Hello, all of you learning from home today. Uh, for the reading lesson, what we have talked about is how important it is that when you're reading, when you come to vocabulary that you don't know, that you're able to figure it out. And that was what the lesson was today. I know in the past when you're younger, oftentimes you're taught to maybe skip it and try to make a guess. But the thing is if you're skipping or guessing, you're going to really lose the meaning of what's happening in that paragraph. And that is not good for comprehension. So I want you, when you get to a word that you do not know, I would like you to be a little more aggressive about figuring it out. Okay? Here's the thing that I suggest first. You can just look it up. Okay? Google. Define and then put the word in. And you can get the meaning and then reread it, and then your sentence should make sense. You also can ask somebody. That's a good strategy. Another thing that is a good strategy is finding parts of the word that you recognize, like if it's a big word, and like we do with our word reading practice, what is the base word? If you know the base word, then you can get really close to the meaning if there's a prefix and a suffix, okay? Maybe slowing down if you are rushing, but once you figure it out, reread it to make sense of it. Okay, so that is what we learned today. Fantasy readers know vocabulary is important. And that's not just fantasy readers, that's all readers, and can figure out the meaning of unknown words. So in class today, we brought a lot of attention to new words, and people were writing down new words that they've learned. We're not embarrassed about these big words we don't know. We're trying to show off that these are the words that we're learning. So be on the lookout for new words today. Look it up, figure out the meaning, and then carry on. All right. The other thing that you need to do for reading today is complete your Jamboard about the setting. Okay, let me show you mine. My example. Okay, so this was yesterday's from Coraline. And what your job is, okay, on your Jamboard is to do what's in blue. So please describe where. And that might be a planet, a country, an area. It might be a house, a school, anything that you know that describes where. Write it down. Okay. And also describe when. When might be as simple as it's pretty ordinary times. That's okay. It doesn't have to be exact. Although when you're trying to figure out when, it's really helpful if you notice any technology. That's kind of a dead giveaway of the time. If there were cars, internet, cell phones, our kids riding school buses, things like that. So write when. And then for this third one, you could do the season or the weather if it's important, but you might have found in your story there's other clues or little pieces of information about the setting that seems important. So if there are any other pieces of information, you can do a third one. And then the fourth one is why the setting seems to be important. Okay, so that is your reading response assignment. And then please just make time to read. Okay.